Hi guys, new life update. I got a bike. But no, really though, it's been a couple weeks, but I'm back on my BS. God forgive me for I'm back on my BS. I've been in a rut. That's not why I haven't been filming, but I've been in a rut and it definitely doesn't help. So life gets busy. But welcome back. Yeah, we're here to talk today. I want to keep your ears full and your mind straight. Kind of come to the fact that, accepted the fact that this is basically just a self-help podcast. As much as I want to say that it's for me, it's a self-help podcast. It's not. I thought it was going to be funny when I started it, and I don't think it's funny anymore. It's just it's just helping me. So if you're listening to this and you're doing chores around the house, thank you for listening to me speak, because you can't respond to me. You can, but I just won't hear. Yeah, you can say anything you want right now and I will disagree. Nope, you're wrong. Also, I did cut my hair. That was another life update. Not super important, because how does that change your day? Trying to figure out how to portray myself, my emotions. Like, I was super in thought before I got here, and I'm like, dude, okay, I'm gonna talk about it this way. This is how I'm gonna word it. As soon as I'm down here, I'm just like, I can't remember what I wanted to say. But I'm having a great time here. I recently got humbled by my car. 5 days ago, it just didn't turn over, and now I don't have a car. But I'm fortunate enough to have found out what the issue is. I have great friends that helped me learn what the issue was. So we're waiting on parts all the way from China. So yeah. Life is humbling me a lot lately. I don't like to feel pity for myself, but there's a lot of times where I'll have something happen, like my car not starting, and I'm like, okay, it's just a one thing, and then another thing happens. Someone shot my trunk. So I woke up one morning, went to work, and my friend was driving behind me, and she's like, oh, there's a bullet hole in your trunk. I thought it was just dirt. It was a bullet hole. And then right after that was when my car stopped working. And then just things happen. Like, I have a bag, I'm on my way here, and then my bag just, the strap for it just rips off. And I'm like, okay. And I'm a self-promoter of have a good attitude no matter what. Because it's all about your attitude, the reaction. It's all about your attitude and your reaction to the situation. So, yeah, I'm getting better. I've definitely snapped a couple times this week, more of myself. And I'm just a little bit frustrated with the way that I'm treating things and letting it get the best of me. But I'd say I'm young, but I'm 25. I feel like I have some age on me, enough to where I can be responsible for my actions. I'm also, there's a lot of thought this week. Jesus Christ. This is the issue I've been having with myself, where I feel like I'm bouncing around a bunch and saying things that don't make sense. Let me try to say it in a way that makes sense. There's something I've been thinking the last week or so more heavily than usual. And I've been feeling very alone. I have a lot of people in my life, but I feel like I always come back to myself, and that's fine. That's how it's always been for like the last 7 years since I moved out. But now I feel like I'm just, I don't know. I don't feel like I have a deep connection with anyone. I feel like I'm always annoyed by other people. I feel like I'm not excited. I don't know. Like, I'll try to think of an example that's not a real example, but like I go to work and I come home and I work a long shift. I'm like, wow, it's been 12 hours, and I come home to no one. And I have friends. I have a lot of friends. I've made a lot of friends in the last year too. But I just don't feel that there's someone behind me at all times. I feel like I'm the connector, not the connection. It sounds cheesy. That sounds super cheesy. But I feel like I'm the one connecting people, and I love seeing that. But when it comes back to repetition of someone hanging out or going back to you for advice, I'm just not that person. And I don't like the feeling of self-pity or making other people pity me, but I definitely do want the attention from it. And I that's so high schooler-ish, but the attention is definitely needed. And I don't like telling people how I feel. I do, but I don't for the obvious reasons where I feel like it's going to come back to bite me or they're going to see me differently. So I end up going home after a 12-hour shift being like, wow, it's just me. No one has called twice. No one has texted 10 times. No one has jumped over their boundaries just to see if I'm okay. And that's fine. That's it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm 25. I can kind of, I'm supposed to take care of myself. I have a lot of insecurities I need to get over anyways, and dealing with them alone is okay. I wish I could be there for myself as much as I was there for other people. And I feel like I don't no. I wish I could be there for myself. I always say people say, that's not what I mean. If you're trying to love yourself, you already are, because where do you think it came from? I heard that one recently. That's pretty good. I mean, the world still spins. Sun still rises, sun still sets. Sun still sets. Yeah, no matter how I feel, good or bad, car broken or not, sun's still gonna rise in the morning. The earth will continue to spin, even if I'm not pushing it. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I'm almost to the point of certainty of the things I've been talking about, like being nervous, people driving by like that. I'm almost to the point where I don't care. Almost. But I still slightly give a fuck. I had a moment when my car broke down. I wasn't pissed in the moment. I was kind of like, okay, let's figure this out. But then the next day I went and worked on it, and I snapped. And I'm like, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't have the cool car. I'm carpooling to get to work. And on my days off now, I need to calm down a little bit. It's only been 5 days. But I'm never asking people for rides. I don't like asking people for things or help. I don't like help. I think I do like help. I like help, but I just don't like asking for it. And I like to say no 5 times if someone offers. Because I'm a very hard-ass person. I will admit, one of my two hardest, I guess, you can put them into one. My hardest, I don't want to say addictions, that's not the right word. One of the hardest things for me to, oh man, I'm blanking on words right now. One of the hardest things for me to stop doing, I guess, is what I'll say in dumb terms, is energy drinks and what's the other one? Food. I'm almost there, like almost to the point where I'm like, okay, this is not worth it. And I promise you right now, what is it? April 27th, Sunday, wow, Sunday, I didn't think it was Sunday. April 27th, 2025, this is my last time drinking an energy drink. It's getting to the point where like, it doesn't do anything to me. I've almost had 600 milligrams today. I'm thinking about going to get another one, but I'm doing it out of habit, and I'm doing it out of, again, sounds cheesy, I'm doing it because I'm bored, and doing it because I'm lonely. I have nothing to do. It brings me joy to go and do something because I feel like I'm accomplishing something by going and getting something to drink. And food is almost the same way. I'm not like tied to it and heartbound to it, but every time I think about it, like, oh, I just want to walk to Starbucks, or I want to walk to Taco Bell, or I want to drive there when I have my car. Because it gave me some joy during the week when I didn't have anything to do. I'm like, I had 3 to 4 days off. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't have anything to do. Okay, I can go get food. Oh, and same with like, I haven't seen a friend in a while. What do we do? Let's go get food. Because if you had all your food cooked and prepped and you never needed caffeine, what would you do in your free time? There'd be a lot of empty space, and I think that's what I'm scared of, is the empty space. I'm sorry I'm ripping a little bit. I'm a little bit off rip right now. I wanted, oh, there's some trash over there that bothers me. I've been mad insecure about my looks lately, so I'm just trying to, that's why I buzz my head, if you can tell. But shout out to Matt for advising me to do the fade, because I did not want to, and I got home and I was like, man, he was right. So I went back and fixed it, and shout out to him for fixing it. I'm working on my mysteriousness in a funny way. I like to put it in a funny way. I'm working on my mysteriousness. But to put it in a serious way, I'm working on my patience and my quickness to speak. As much as I like to make jokes on the spot and be witty, I talk too much. I say too much. I speak when it isn't necessary. I speak just to fill the empty space. So I am hoping that I can kind of grow out of that. Almost there. I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. And I'm just, I do not want to be a self-help podcast. Because I listen to those. I'm not supposed to make one. Sorry, I know I'm not in frame for you video watchers, but I know that most of my listeners are on Spotify, so I appreciate you. Also, my gripe with Spotify is that I think they raised their prices, and that annoys me. Sorry, I'm going to check the camera. I always do this because I didn't flip the monitor correctly. God, if you weren't recording, I'd be so sad because that was all so good. It's really dark too. I just checked the monitor So you're just looking at my silhouette now. I'm actually okay with that. This is gonna be super artsy. Oh, I am in frame. That's cool. I don't know. They say money doesn't fix all, but there's a lot of things I would do right now if I had money. Places I would go, living situation would change. I'd dump money into my mental health, like therapy. It's just not top of my priority list. Someday I'll have money. And I'll be able to help others. I said money. Anyways, we're not going to talk about me too much. It's clear that I'm past expecting questions from people, because people don't really DM me that much about this podcast, especially because I don't post it anywhere, except I posted it 3 times maybe in the 21 episodes I'm at now. And it's difficult to say that I am not excited about it, but it's also hard because I don't know. I feel like I need guests, and I feel like I want guests because I like to pick people's brains, but I don't know how to do it. And I have a few ideas of people that I watch, like influencers or people that are interesting to me. I even thought about interviewing one of my bosses, just because they're fun, nice people, and I think we could laugh back and forth. But it's hard to choose people to know if they're good on camera or not, if they are just like someone in my personal life. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I'm doing better. But I have the intention to be. No, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna talk about my insecurities. Believe it or not, one of my biggest insecurities is my face. The second is my body, but I feel like that's everyone. I feel like everyone has an insecurity about their looks, and I definitely do. I feel like my nose is not, actually no, honestly my nose is fine. It's like my mouth and my face and my hair. It's weird things that like no one else notices, but I do so extremely hard that it makes it feel like it's 10 times worse than it actually is. And you know what? I'm curious if people think I'm actually conventionally attractive if someone sees me in public, because they could walk past me and be like, oh my God, he's so attractive. And I would never know that. I would never know that. Like 100 people walk past me and think that a day, and I would never know. Because you also get the same reaction if you're ugly as shit. No one says anything to you. So, I mean, I've looked at myself in the mirror a couple times, but like, wow. But then I see myself in photos, or from a certain angle, I'm like, God damn, oh my God. Damn. Damn. Yeah, but I'm working on it. That's why I shaved my head, and I feel better about my haircut now. I think my haircut looks great. It was a little worried about it when he cut it. I looked at the mirror when he cut it. I'm like, oh my God, I look like my brother, and my brother's losing hair. Sorry, Clay, if you're listening to this. And I do not want to lose my hair. That's my biggest insecurity. The rest of it feels fixable. Yeah, car will be back next week or so. So I'm okay. I'm fine. Life is moving in a direction. I don't know what direction that is, but sun is about to set. How do you manage intense feelings on a daily basis? Sorry, I'm just looking off a bunch of questions. I don't. The only thing I do to manage my intense feelings is listen to music, and sometimes that counteracts it. Like yesterday, there was we were doing stuff at work, and there was a really loud noise that we had to work next to, and we couldn't move out of the area. So I was putting headphones on so I wouldn't hear it, because the AirPods are like heaven sent. They're noise canceling. I almost can't hear that really loud noise. But then putting the headphones on for like 5 or 6 hours was overstimulating me. I was hyperventilating, couldn't breathe. I'm like, dude, sucks. And we couldn't work anywhere else. You have to work in this one spot. So I'm like, so there's some times like that where it overstimulates me. But then other times where I just go home or I'm on a walk, I'm listening to music, I'm like, this feels great. I don't have to think about anything else. I'm so happy I have these headphones because they work so well. I paid for them once and they last for literally as long as I want them to. My last AirPods lasted like 4 years and I just lost them, so I bought more. Apple does make a good product. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to spit. That was nasty. That was disgusting. Is there a particular memory from early years that still affects your feelings now? Fuck, I had one. God, it's gonna, okay, so this actually is in tune with today's subject of loneliness. I can't remember what birthday it was. The last year or two that we had in our house, my mom invited over a ton of people for my birthday. I was sitting at the table there. I remember my aunt was there. I remember my aunt was there, and then my mom, and no one else came. Fuck, Jesus Christ, dude. No one else showed up, and I don't know why that makes me feel so deeply till the fuck. I just remember that feeling. When I thought I had friends. Like, I so genuinely thought I knew all these kids and they all liked me. And none of them showed up. And I guess the reason why it strikes me so hard is because, fuck, dude, I'm not gonna cry on camera, this is stupid. It's because I still feel that sometimes. I don't feel that whenever I feel alone, but occasionally I'll get that. I'll have a weekend where I'm like, oh my God, there's no one here. It's just me. And I have friends that tell me to call them when I feel like it, but I want people checking in on me. I want people to be crazy about me. I want people to be like, dude, why aren't you haven't talked to me in months? Because I do the same. Well, on that note, enough for me crying. Maybe in the next video I'll have something a little bit faster than a bike. Thanks for listening today. There'll be an episode next week for sure. And I want to try to find a different spot. I want to push myself a little bit, put myself a little more in the open. And I need a guest. I'll figure out a guest. Thanks for listening.